person go in front of you will definitely make you late for your presentation, then I will not let that person go in front of me. Ask people behind you if they wouldn't mind having the person go in front of you. It's about your presentation, not theirs. Acknowledge the situation and let them go in front. I don't want to personally do that, but I think the residency or whatever interview that I'm having might like that. So I might go with that. Or I might go with a 1 or 2 for that one, just because for the sake of interviews. Tell them no and that they need to get in line like all the others. I would probably most likely do that one in real life situation, but I think for this purpose, I'd probably just do like maybe a 4 for that one. Ask a person what's wrong with their children. Determine whether they can based on their response. That's just wasting time for everybody. I don't like that response. It's either you let them cut or not. Tell them that you're also in a rush and ask if they could cut in front of the person behind you. In real life, I would probably do that. And I think that they should also understand that people will have emergencies, and what if the person behind me can allow that? That's better than nothing for that person too. So I'll put a 1 for this one, and then acknowledge the situation, just because the interviewers might like that, or the residency program might like that. And then also the first one, that's taking into account of what other people think. That's important as well. And then 4, no. And then 5, ask the question, or ask a person what's wrong. A nurse interrupts you during rounds about a patient on the floor not covered by your service. They tell you a family member noticed that the infusion rate for medication was incorrect on the pump. The nurse has asked you to talk with them. When you enter the room, the several family members are very upset with the situation. Apologize to the patient and family about the error. I would like to see first of all if that is an error, because sometimes patients and patient families, they just Google something online, and that might not be applicable to what this patient is. So I just want to figure out whether or not that is a true error before apologizing to them. Discuss with the patient and family about the potential complications from refusing medication at the wrong dose. Again, you don't know if that's wrong. Leave the room to allow patient and family to process what has occurred, because the medication error was not directly your fault. No. Ask the patient and family what questions they have about the medication error. I'm not sure what that's doing. Identify the potential causes of error and consider ways to avoid errors. That's a very good response. But I think that one, potential complications, that's probably what they don't want to hear at this moment. Leave the room. No, I don't like that. So that's a 5. What question they have? 4. Apologize. Identify error, potential cause. That's a 2, or 1, 2, and 3. You're shopping at a grocery store with one of your parents when they start to behave strangely. Your parent starts to get very anxious about someone else they saw in the store. They keep saying it would be best to leave and come back at a later time. Become concerned and ask what this issue is. Yeah, I would probably do that in real life too. Tell a parent not to worry and they're just imagining things. No, probably don't want to say that to my mom. So that's a 5. Suggest to your parent that you could confront the other person. No, that's just getting more trouble. So that's either 4 or 5 too. Leave the store immediately with your parents. That is a way to solve it. comfort your parent, but continue shopping to complete your errands. I like that too. So that's probably, so I like the becoming concerned, ask what the issue is. And then 2, comfort. 3, leave. Imagine, no, that's a 5 because you don't want to tell other people to do that. Imagining things. One of her closest relatives has been trying desperately to conceive a child over the past few years with no success. During lunch one day, their frustrations begin to become visibly upset. Your relative talks about how they feel responsible for the issue and feel like so much is out of their control. Provide comfort to your relative and ask further questions about their feelings. Discuss if they've considered other options such as fertility clinic, surrogacy, or adoption. I like that because that's suggesting a solution to this problem versus the first one, asking more questions. They probably don't want to talk about their feelings anymore. That's not going to solve anything. So that's probably at least a 3, if not a 4. That's probably a 1 or 2. Offer to or arrange a time to speak with them again and follow up if things have improved. No, I don't like that. I think it's not in my stance to offer a time to speak again. I think it's personal. It's more up to them as to when they want to talk. Comfort them by talking about how difficult it is to raise children, how it limits lifestyle. No, that's going against their wills because they want a child. That's a 5. Describe your struggles with becoming pregnant or storage of other people or other couples. That's just complaining together with them, and that's probably a 3. I guess they can relate to yours and they can know that like they're not alone, but then that's also not going to solve anything. So that's like a 3 maybe or 2. So that's definitely a 1. Offer a time, that's probably a 4, 5, because that's going against their wills. Describe your own struggles with becoming pregnant. Just describe your own struggles. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I guess that can be a 3. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about this, but if they need some relatable stories, I can provide as well. Oh wait, no, maybe that's a 2 because I dislike the first one even worse than the last one, so that's a 3. When you contact pharmacy to verify patient's medication history, the pharmacist complains the store is really busy and that information is probably already in your system. Pharmacist asks you to call back later, but the doctor is requesting the information before they start new medications. Tell the pharmacist patient care is a top priority and and this is essential information that will only take a few minutes to share. I don't think that telling what to do to other people is a good idea in this situation because we're all pharmacists, so patient care should be our top priority regardless. And also the issue here isn't that it's not being their top priority, it's just they're busy. So that's probably at least a 3. File a complaint. No, that's 2. They're just busy. That's probably a 4 or 5. Tell the pharmacist you understand how they feel and how hectic your job. That's wasting other people's time. Just hang up already. So that's probably 4 or 5. Apologize for inconvenience. Convince the pharmacist urgency. I like that. So that's probably they can get things done, and also it's very polite. So that's probably a 1 or 2. As a pharmacist, if there's an alternative or easier way to facilitate, so definitely. Last one is 1 because issue, and 2 is apologizing because that's polite, and 3, that one's a 3. file complaint. No, you don't want to do that.